our absolute favorite day of the week.
Yes, it is, as we bring you good music, sports, games, and great celebrity interviews. You have a lot to catch up on today.
Yes, you do. Now, you know what they say about saving the best for last? It's the last day of the week, right? So, Wake Up Nigeria always has something specially packaged for you.
Exactly.
That's the show you're
Always.
watching right now. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I am Mary Bashwa Alimi. Now stream us live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
You can also send in those comments. Tell us what you're feeling, how you're feeling about the first week of the year wrapping up right now. Use our handle, or rather our hashtag, Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Now we hope you know that our app is available for download. That's on any Android or iOS stores to watch us on your mobile devices from absolutely anywhere in the world. So go download now.
Yes, please do. Imagine having a mobile device without our app on it. It's incomplete.
It's incomplete. Yeah, exactly. It's not complete. So you have a long way to go.
Yeah. So there's someone hanging out in the kitchen
Already.
and you know, he looks very nice in, is it ice blue or is it what green is that? I'm trying to find the color for that jacket. He's looking dapper as always.
Hey guys.
Mr. Wope is
That's
here.
like top
Morning.
is more like. Well, it's is a color.
But it's such a lovely
It's
green.
nice. It's nice.
It's gonna be a fun day.
Yeah,
I can
it
feel
will be. I'm trying to make some coffee.
Really?
This thing is not.
Yomi is still booting when he doesn't have his coffee. It's like press restart. Now, today we have quite a lot to do, so let's tell everybody what's happening.
So first on our list today,
And we'll be having a musical performance from Jamin, an artist who blends soul, reggae, dancehall to create his own unique sound.
Now, if you are a lover of fashion and everything trendy, La Vista Stitches will be showcasing some of the latest workwear designs. For
Yes,
work?
back
Wow.
to work. Yes, a lot of people are stepping up their
Oh,
game
wow.
in the workplace.
Okay.
Also, Mike is set for a review and preview of the EPL ahead of the weekend.
And then yet another musical performance, this time from a female guitarist by the name Adaba.
I wish I could play a guitar.
Yeah.
And then later on the show, we'll have singer and multi-instrumentalist Mo Easy. He's going to be performing and he'll be joining us for a chat.
I get more love for you. Plenty.
Yeah,
I'm
very
sure everyone thought it
scenic,
was
very
gonna be
scenic,
this Friday.
scenic video. Looks like Cape Town or Cape Coast somewhere.
Okay, scenic, as in SCEN.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you could
Speaking of spelling, we have a game coming up today. I hope you all are on your game with spellings today. It's game day!
TT's at it again.
Okay, so you were talking about the guitar. It's not a bad idea. You know, I read an article of Richard Branson yesterday on his LinkedIn page, on his blog, and just something. His autobiography, Finding My Virginity, was all about breaking barriers and doing new things. You know, doing new things for the first time. You know, always and all of that. And he spoke a lot about, you know, when he gets to that point where it seems like you're in a road, like things have become too routine, look for new things and start learning how to do new things or start doing things for the first time. So a guitar would be a bad idea. Just buy one and...
I think I've shared before that I tried learning when I was in Computer Village. I quit in less than 5 days.
Why?
Because all of these places, I couldn't
Your
feel them
fingers.
anymore and they were bleeding.
I use the plectrum
Then later
now.
I was asked to use the
pick.
So I started using that, but I wasn't really feeling it. And then maybe because of the image of real-time guitarists and how they go like this, I just gave it up.
So there are some kind
I
of
just
things you
can't
want to
do it.
play, some kind of notes you want to play. Your fingers can't do it.
Yeah.
True.
There are some kind of
True.
notes. So even those ones that are very good,
Yes, they
they
have to
sometimes
use
want
that
to play. They use the
really-
plectrum,
yeah.
and they have to string the very, very complex ones.
Yeah.
You can't use your fingers for those type of.
I've actually heard that guitarists, their fingers are very stiff. Like they
They're
have
actually
very
numb.
tough
Yeah.
skin
Confirm,
there,
confirm.
and that's how you know if someone really has been playing for a long time.
Confirm.
But it's interesting, the sound. We were talking a bit about sound earlier today, Mary. We're talking about production and how amazing productions like D'banj's production
Back then,
back then.
listening to
are.
Emergency this morning,
Yes.
and we're like,
We
wow.
heard Emergency this
Like
morning.
you could hear the sound quality.
And it was that's what, a 6-year-old song now?
Yeah,
6,
and then you think of
7-year-old song?
Lagbaja as well. The kind
Lagbaja.
of music he used to produce. There's nothing like live music. There's nothing like live music, honestly.
Someone
All
else-
these studio productions sometimes,
With auto-tune. You're hearing auto-tune in places, you're wondering, why is auto-tune raining again?
But I think it's most of the auto-tunes and studio productions and all that, it's what has given a lot of our young artists the opportunity to actually be able to express their talent. Because if you were trying to build a whole band, for instance, it would take a really long time. You have to get this guy, the guitarist and the drummer, and who's going to be playing the percussion. So you're thinking about all these long sets of people that you have to pay. And all. But if you have one producer who can put all that together in one song, then yeah.
However, I always say I do not believe that concert goers actually pay to watch you mime the songs they've heard on their phones. They actually expect you to give them a show.
A performance,
And I see so many people who do great studio production, but when they get live on stage, they are fantastic with their backup band and everything.
Yeah.
But some people go on stage and simply mime the music. And so it's more like the fans are watching to see them move on the stage.
I don't think the A-list guys do any miming. For instance, all the guys that I saw in December, none of them would mime the song.
Yeah.
So the chorus, of course, is pre-packaged, but the song itself they would.
So
probably
there's,
sing.
but you see, there's some level of, so when they do production, there's some level, maybe the choruses or something, there's some level of already pre-arranged, some level.
Sound,
Because now, especially when they've started performing 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, it starts getting tiring. And then you find out that you might not be able to hit those notes that you normally would. So it's a mix and match. Chris Brown does it. There are times now you now find it hard to know, wait, is he singing live or is it production? They do it so well.
Yeah.
But the very good ones, you are not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the one that can do his 2-3 hours and
Beyonce. But I was so impressed with Burna Boy. So Burna Boy sounds like his CD when he's on stage.
Some people are like that.
He sounds exactly like as if you just slot in a CD into your car to listen. You know what?
We are slotting in the news now.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And we're starting from Kaduna in Nigeria. Abductors of 4 100-level seminarians in Kaduna State have reached out to their parents, confirming their children are with them. They've not made any further comments, but say they would do so soon. The Christian Association of Nigeria is demanding that the government wade into the situation fast. Correspondent Tassem Akinde was at the seminary and filed this report.
The seminary is located on the Kaduna-Abuja highway. And I make my way here as security guards begin with checks on me. They then lead me into the registrar, who is pleased to have me around. Reverend Father Joel Osman tells me the kidnappers came at night, specifically to the Ndagoso block. He points at door handles and other valuables destroyed in the aftermath of their visit. Reverend Father Joel Osman then leads me into the room where they first forced themselves in. Bullet shots on doors and windows are evident here with pieces of glass on the ground. This seminarian is the occupant of the room. He is likely to be alive to tell the story, but now without bruises from bullet pellets on his hand. He tells me the thieves took away phones, laptops and wallets, and more importantly, 4 of his colleagues. On the environment are other seminarians pondering over the visit by the kidnappers. They wonder why they chose to visit such violence on them when they are only committed to the service of their Creator. It's a quiet environment here at the Good Shepherd Major Seminary, located at kilometer 4 along the Kaduna-Abuja highway. It's in a community called Buwaya, near Goningora in Chukun local government area of the state. The invasion is a concern to the Christian Association of Nigeria. The body also brings up the issue of its chairman in Adamawa State, who is now confirmed to be in the custody of Boko Haram. Ken wants the government to be more proactive in securing lives and property.
These criminals are not spirits. Let them take the battle to their doors. Michika, their local government chairman, is still in the hands of the kidnappers.
All the law enforcement agents are with the government. The government should do the correct thing. She should be true to the provisions of the Constitution.
The environment here, I'm told, has been visited before by bandits who took away cattle. The whereabouts of the abducted major seminarians is still unknown, but their colleagues as Ken are demanding their release immediately. Tessem Akende, TVC News, Kaduna.
Wow. Now to Plateau State, where 12 persons have been killed and one other injured by gunmen suspected to be herdsmen at Kulben village in Mangu local government area. The police public relations officer, Terna Tiopev, who confirmed the incident, says the command received a distress call from residents and forces were immediately mobilized to the area to prevent further attacks. Mr. Tiopev also advised residents of the community to remain calm and provide useful information that would enable them track down the perpetrators.
The Plateau State Police Command received an information that at about 22:30 hours, unknown gunmen suspected to be herdsmen attacked residents of Kunben village in Kombun, district of Mangu local government area of Plateau State. As a result of the attack, one Clenchin Yusuf and 11 others lost their lives.
President Muhammadu Buhari has urged members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities to assist the federal government in realizing the target of improved education by complying with the ongoing verification of human resources in the universities. During a meeting with the leadership of ASU at the State House, the president directed the Ministry of Education to put in place more effort in ensuring that universities are properly funded with adequate infrastructure and staffing. In her remarks, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, said out of the 137,000 academic and non-academic staff members of the universities, more than 96,000 have been enrolled in the Integrated Payment and Personnel Information System, IPPIS. She urged ASU to encourage the remaining 40,000 plus members to comply with the process. Goodness and Mercy, the conjoined twins who were successfully separated last November at the National Hospital of Abuja, have returned home to a rousing welcome. Neighbors, friends, and well-wishers converged at the home of the Martins in Maraba, Nasarawa State, with so much joy while receiving the twin girls. Parents of the twins could not hide their joy as they were short of words in describing the overwhelming support that they had received since the girls were born in August 2018.
I see where everybody is happy, even me, I'm happy more than them, more than my neighbors. And more people are still coming to celebrate with us. So we are so happy.
This is a big challenge for me. Very, very big challenge for my family and I. Because as you can see, we live in one single room, which is not very hygienic for the health of the children. And even their meal, it will not be easy for us. We barely can afford 3 square meals. I beg on Nigerians and the federal government to please help me to grow these children.
2 years plus now, we are waiting for this surgery, and it came to pass. We say, God, we thank you, we give you glory. We are very, very grateful because He has done it.
Well, on that hearty note, we come to the end of the news for this hour. Stay tuned for the weather update, and after that, a quick break. Mike, today is Friday, January 10th. Wow, already. And we are looking at the newspaper headlines, starting with The Punch today.
And the Punch headline says this: Amotekun starts on shaky ground. 3 governors absent from launch. Bad weather stopped Ogun. Lagos governor says Akeredolu. Zone rolls out 120 patrol vans. Makinde urges unity. It also says here that NCAC boss Runsewe jailed for disobeying court order. BUA Cement lists 3rd biggest 1.18 trillion shares on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Banks' deposits with CBN hit 3.17 trillion naira in 9 months. Bribery thrives in NIMC. Officials flee UTME candidates, others. It also, or rather fleece UTME candidates, others. Embrace IPPIS, Buhari urges ASU. Promises better funding. Right at the top of the page there, customs generate 1.34 trillion naira, surpass revenue target by 403 billion naira. And I'll wrap it with this one. On minimum wage, TUC gives states January 31st ultimatum. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
All right, let's look at The Guardian. This morning, fresh calls for restructuring as Southwest security body takes off. Fayemi allays concerns over threats to national integrity. Army, police boycott launch of Amotekun. An outfit will mar nation sovereignty, Northern Coalition warns. And a tougher screening awaits Nigerian travelers over U.S.-Iran face-off. We are watching developments, says NCAA, how Nigeria is neck-deep in crisis by expert. And a few other stories here. Again, gunmen kill 13 persons in fresh Plateau attack. El Zakzaki's fate is in court's hands, says Kaduna Attorney General. And court sentences DG of NCAC Runsewe for contempt. Finally, Sanwo-Olu promises to make learning attractive through digitization. And that's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
We have the Nation newspaper here as well. And we have this headline: Governors, Amotekun, not a parallel security outfit. Western Nigeria Security Network, that's WNSN, takes off. Northwest states to copy model, says Masari. And quite a few quotes there from Fayemi, Akeredolu, and Makinde. Also a photo story here. It's actually an interesting one. It's Prince Ned Nwoko at the Antarctica South Pole, and Giles Harding and Captain Hamish Harding holding the Nigerian flag together in support of the foundation whose focus is eradication of malaria in Africa. Now, the South Pole is really cold. And I'm just, I really am impressed that just to raise funds, they've gone all the way to the South Pole. It also says here, right beside the photo story, Labour gives January 31st deadline on new wage. Right beside it on the other side, on the right, PDP is Nigeria's obstacle to good governance, it says. That's an article that starts on the cover and wraps up on page 7. Nigerian equities rally, 1.23 trillion naira gains in 6 days. And finally, ASU insists on no payroll enrollment. Teachers meet president. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Vanguard. Amotekun, not agenda to divide Nigeria, says the headline. Southwest governors making that comment. Say it's not regional police, but community policing. People want to sabotage our efforts, Fayemi says. And why we launched Amotekun, Akeredolu also adds to that. With credible intelligence that Iran shut down Ukrainian plane, says Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau. And gunmen attack Kaduna Catholic School, abduct 4, kill 12 in Plateau community. Up here, a few stories. Fresh crisis brews in South Africa as Nigerians get eviction order. And minimum wage will cripple defaulting states after January 31st. says the TUC. And Obasanjo, Abiodun hold closed-door meeting on Ogun development. IPPIS, over 70% of ASU members have enrolled, says the federal government. And finally, BOA Cement lists 33.9 billion shares, becomes third largest company on the NSE. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
It's very interesting, the growth of the BUA, you know. It's a very interesting company. We have to go on a quick break, but there'll be a traffic update after this.
Thank you for staying tuned. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and we are about to give tips on the best routes for you this morning to get to your destination faster. Now, as always, we encourage that you help other road users by dropping relevant traffic situation reports on all our social media pages using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Welcome to Lagos Traffic Updates, and we will kick off this morning. I know quite well that I like to start off with this route, but that's because there's usually a lot of traffic on that axis. Though it does seem like it's better these days, so we might be switching to another route, starting from another route one of these days, okay? As usual, it's from Ile-Epo bus stop to Mushin bus stop, talking about the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. And from what I can see here, it will take you just about 45 minutes to get to your destination, which is just fantastic because it's just about 6:32 a.m. So getting to Mushin all the way from Ile-Epo in just about 45 minutes is awesome. Now, let me tell you the areas to look out for. Ile-Epo access is okay. Pockets of light traffic until you're past the Yanopaja bridge. Surprising, right? Yes, from Ile-Epo to Yanopaja, it's just going to take you... Excuse me, it's just going to take you a few minutes to get there. But the moment you get past the Yanopaja, in fact, as you're approaching the Yanopaja bridge, all the way till you get to GIG, it's red lights. Yes, so there's a gridlock there and it runs for that long, perhaps because of the way the road is right now in that access under the bridge and all. So it will take you just about plus or minus about 10 minutes to get yourself out of that gridlock, and then it eases out, and it's mostly free. Dokpemu itself is free, so I'll just take you straight to the next place to look out for. Approaching Punch Estate, that's where you would experience traffic gridlock again, but it's only for a short while, and then it eases out again. Amazing, right? And then pockets of traffic until you get to Ikeja along. So the red zone again this morning is Ikeja along. You won't believe it. Ile-Zik access is actually free right now. So Ikeja along all the way to National, just after National bus stop, before you turn, if you're going towards the airport, that's where the gridlock ends. And then it's mainly freeway until you are approaching Oshodi. As usual at Oshodi, especially when you're close to the bridge, is where you will experience traffic. Even the arena doesn't have much traffic this morning. So, hey, it's a good time to travel from Ile-Epo to Mushin bus stop this morning. And I'm very sure, even though Yomi seems to be very busy in the kitchen this morning, I wonder, are you making coffee or you are cooking? Because I'm very confused this morning as to your kitchen antics. But Titi, I'm sure you have some traffic updates for me.
I'm making a coffee brew. So most of I'm seeing a few people complaining about the Boundary Road access in Ajegunle this morning,
okay,
which seems to have a failed section. So you can imagine what the traffic is in that area. So it talks about Boundary Road, also talks about another location called Tolu Town Road, also in Ajegunle as well, both with massive failed sections that are really causing a lot of traffic. I don't know if you have updates for us.
I have not updates, but also complaints. There's a road, apparently Sanusi Fafunwa is a road that needs a new drainage, and Sanusi Fafunwa has been sort of notorious for getting terribly flooded because there's just not large enough drains there, and it's in between rows of buildings. Then, of course, Ligali Ayorinde, which is the road that takes you all the way to Oniru Beach from Muzumba. That particular road is also in need of standard drainages, according to this message. But there is a traffic report.
Let's quickly take a look at another route, and then, of course, you guys will give me more updates, okay?
All right.
I just want to quickly mention the Iyanowu to Obalende axis. Even before then, especially if you're coming from Tollgate, it's not so bad. Pockets of traffic here and there. Well, there's a bit of gridlock, but only for a short while. However, the grey areas to look out for, it's actually mainly pockets of traffic from Iyanowu until you are just halfway through the bridge, just at that Makoko axis, okay? Now, from the Makoko axis of the Third Mainland Bridge is where the gridlock really does start, and it's major. But don't worry, you'll be fine as you're getting past the Ebute Metta axis. It eases out, then it starts again, the gridlock. So those are red areas to look out for. As it is, at the moment, believe it or not, it will take you just about 50 minutes, yeah, plus or minus, to get to Obalende on that bridge all the way from Iyanowu. Titi, back to the updates, please.
Yeah, I have a traffic update from about 20 minutes ago. I'm not sure how relevant it still is at this point, but it says it's free-flowing along Abeokuta Expressway via Ikeja along inside going Oshodi, going towards Oshodi. But you know, 20 minutes on Lagos roads is like a lifetime because you never know what could have happened between then and now. But as at that time, it was still free. Then that's what I have, and that's according to Traffic Chief.
Okay. The very last update this morning, taking it from Maryland. If you're heading to CMS Garage from Maryland this morning, it will take you about 45 minutes, okay? So if you're considering Third Mainland or the Ikorodu Road, you might want to consider the Ikorodu Road axis right now, that is. The red areas to look out for, yes, pockets of light traffic here and there, but there isn't much traffic until you get to Bode Thomas, that's the Alaka axis. So it is when you are approaching Alaka Estates, that's phase 2, that's where the traffic does start, the gridlock that is, and it goes on until you get to Ikmori Market. So from Ikmori Market, it eases out, and then it's free flowing. Yay! Echo Bridge is mostly light traffic, okay? Just a bit of gridlock, very tiny bit halfway through the bridge, but it's only for a very short while, okay? I'm sure you do just fine. Approaching Akpongbon is mostly light traffic, and that's how you would experience it until you get to CMS Garage, okay? I'm pretty sure you do just fine. All right. So now, as I always say, drive carefully, be at alert, have consideration for all the road users, and mostly be ready for work, be ready for the day, and you'll be just fine. I'll join the guys in the kitchen right now. I'm sure there's one or two things to talk about.
I wanted to mention the landmark medical case, the one in Abuja, the conjoined twins, the conjoined twins that were separated and all that. And so anytime I come across a story over the past week, like I smile, like wow. So it was reportedly a team of 78 medical doctors who actually took out that operation and all that. And it just makes me smile. We do have the capability. I mean, you go to countries outside here, you see how well we're doing in the medical field. And if we can do such an operation in Abuja, it just shows how much we could do if we actually took care of our infrastructure and all of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we talked about this on Monday.
Okay.
Or was it Tuesday? And you know, really, we're talking about the fact that, yeah, we have the capabilities, we have the expertise, but one other angle that I guess we didn't touch on was the fact that right now there's a lot of brain drain going on in our country. A lot of doctors are moving out, seeking a better life, greener pastures, more opportunities out there.
It's been going on for about 3 years now.
Yeah, so right now our doctor-to-patient ratio is one of the lowest in Africa, which also makes us one of the lowest in the world. So that's pretty bad. So in countries where you have maybe probably 1 to 100, so 1 doctor to 100 people. Yeah. In Nigeria, you probably have 1 doctor to like 8,000 people or something like that. So it's really, really tough. For you to see a doctor, especially in general hospitals, oh my goodness, it will take you hours.
I saw a tweet by a doctor who wrote how when he received his first salary, you know, he's working in Dubai now. When he received his first salary, he broke down in tears.
Wow.
Because he was seeing like up to like 50 patients a day while he was in Nigeria. So he got to Dubai and he's seeing 5 to 7 patients and he's saying, why did I leave my country? These people will pay me rubbish, even with the contract is signed. And then he receives his first salary and he more or less is like rounding up half of what he has received all his life. And he's like, wow. And apart from that as well, we actually, just as Mike mentioned, we actually do have several excellent doctors. And most of them, when they go outside Nigeria, they excel. It baffles you.
That story of that doctor who brought out a child, operated on the child, put the child back, and then the mother delivered. Like, what?
Yeah.
So when I go there, I was like, what?
We have amazing
what?
Okay. We do. Amazing doctors. But there are a few people who have been through some very bad experiences with cases of family members, siblings, loved ones who've been to hospitals, and because of that ratio you mentioned, they just couldn't get the care in good time, possibly because of electricity challenges, possibly because maybe there was just something they hadn't provided for the doctors to use and they couldn't afford to. So also you have to think about how much the people can afford to pay for some certain medical care. So yes, we were able to achieve such a great, such a serious operation, and of course the children are great and they're okay. But if you were to give that operation a cost and the parents were to pay that cash, imagine how many parents could actually afford that in Nigeria. How many people have that kind of money for that kind of medical care?
So Titi, I want to play the devil's advocate now, because I know Nigerians tend to go about the cost of medical fees. It's tough being able to pay medical fees. But guess what? We are actually following the UK system of health. I keep telling people. In the US, to get an ambulance to come to yourself, you are paying $2,500.
Just ambulance.
In Nigeria, the only condition they give you is, especially in Lagos, let the person be by the roadside. If it's inside your house, they won't bring an ambulance to you. But if it's like a roadside accident or whatever, they will bring, and it's free. In the UK, ambulance is free. We're talking of so many things that we take for granted here. You want to get family planning, for example. In the US, the least you can get is $250. In the UK, it's next to nothing, if not even free. In Nigeria, it's like 1,000 naira. So the government is actually subsidizing a lot of things. But at the same time, we just hope that with all the monies coming in, things can improve. I saw a report, I don't know if you saw it, about the Nigerian stock. Nigerian stock is actually one of the best now. Apparently, there was an improvement last year. So there is money flowing, but the thing is it getting to the government? Because I remember seeing something in the article about some of the CBN's policies, and that's why people are now shifting to the stock market. Is it getting to the government? Is it getting also to the people? So there are so many factors to consider. There is the possibility for us to get a better medical infrastructure. It is possible.
So that fear of it being expensive has actually prevented people from even just going for general checkups, just checking out their teeth, just to going for their blood pressure. People just don't want to go. They don't want to go for so many reasons. They fear the queue, and then they fear the cost, you know? So it's become a mindset that you only go when you can't stand up anymore.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to accept the fact that it's actually cheaper in Nigeria in comparison to many countries. Are we ready to pay so much? And Ike House is now charging 100K for delivery. But people are complaining because it's expensive, yes, but expensive, the cost is what gives you the better healthcare at the end of the day.
Hopefully we'll find a middle ground. There's probably someone who has an opinion out there. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC so we can see it and possibly read it later on. All right, so let's take a quick break. We'll be back.
Very top of the morning to you. I feel myself booting now.
Yeah.
Now that I had a bit of black coffee, so I'm getting into shape. Yeah, so it's,
Yeah. On a Friday,
Almost
you
there.
need that extra oomph to push you through that final day of the week, especially when we were in holiday mode last week. And that's where we come in. We are Wake Up Nigeria. And we're on the forefront of bringing the best of TV entertainment to you every morning.
yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Yomi Owope.
Please share most of your mornings with us. Well, my name is Titilayo Oyinson. Share it with us by streaming with us. And of course, you can do that if you visit our website. That's tvcentertainment.tv.
Send in your comments across the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
We also have an app available for you to download. Please grab it right now. Get it onto your devices as soon as you can. That's Android or iOS. Watch us from anywhere you need to be in the world.
Yeah, so guess who's back in building this Friday morning? It's Chef V.
No, it's me. I'm back in the
Chef
building.
V.
I'm here
Hello,
to
guys.
take over. Quiet.
Hey.
Canoa.
Chef V.
Chef Uncle V in the kitchen today.
Yo.
I'm always looking forward to what he has to cook now because I learned a tip or two on how to move and shake things around in the kitchen department.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yes, so it's important to have our breakfast getting set in the kitchen.
And I just want to say thank you to Chef V for 2019.
Yeah.
For everything that you did.
Yeah.
So
you.
well
All your
done, man.
contributions.
Well done.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
all your contributions on the show.
Every meal
Expect
was
better
a
in
promise
2020.
kept.
He
And
says
of course,
it gets better in
it sounded like an ad, but really amazing stuff from Chef V all through last year. And we know it's going to be even better this year. We have a musical performance coming very, very soon. We have Jamin. Jamin is an Afro music artist and so much more.
Jamin.
Feel free, never be insecure. The world crazy, I love video.
If you're a lover of fashion and everything trendy, Levista Stitches will be joining us this morning to showcase latest designs in what she calls workwear. It looks like these girls are going to church, but let's see. Let's see how.
But stepping up your work.
Stepping up,
looks.
yeah. Stepping up the game to work.
And Mike is going to give us a preview and review of the EPL ahead of the weekend.
Check out our second musical performance this morning. It's going to be very nice. Female guitarist by the name of Adaba.
Adaba on the streets. You want the fun? No scares. I know the Scarface for you, my child.
Then a bit later on, we'll have singer and multi-instrumentalist Mo Easy. He's going to be performing his new song and, of course, having a chat with us.
So yesterday, something different happened. You know, we were talking about EndSARS. Even EndSARS is trending right now on Twitter. But something called the Western Nigerian Security Network, which is different states coming together to take care of their security, and they launched with 120 vehicles. I thought it's remarkable that these guys are coming together to protect themselves, protect farmlands, protect communities, and also protect the highways in the West. And a number of other regions in the country are also now thinking of doing theirs as well. The North and the Southeast especially, because the highways are quite deadly. Some people are for it, some people are against it. But I thought it's a good idea to protect your own people. So a lot of governors are coming forward and saying they support that security network.
People would be for or against it because of the exigencies of these guys. Sometimes they go, extra in performing their duties. I know Lagos has LNSC, the neighborhood security guys. So I haven't seen much of them in my neighborhood, quite honestly, but I know they exist.
Specific neighborhoods. Yeah. Anyway, but security, look, the truth is, if you remember the past 10, 20 years, most Nigerians have been taking care of their own security.
Yeah.
You have your own security guard.
Yeah.
I mean, things that you wouldn't even think about
pay for
outside
security.
this country.
And then you get gates and lock up the streets.
You have your gate man, then you have not only your gate man, there's another gate man at the main gate on your street, then the gate man at the estate gate.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That
It's
is
great.
like
Security.
that's exactly what it has come to be, where you have neighborhood vigilantes and all that. I know I've come out of my house or maybe get into my house late and I see somebody with a Dane gun asking who I am and all of that, and oh, he's part of the neighborhood vigilante security. Okay,
Yeah.
hey, and I feel good. And then there's some areas that you see them, they blow whistles at sometimes.
Yeah.
So they blow a whistle and they expect somebody to respond.
Yeah.
You know,
To
and then they
show
get a
that they're
response
there.
that they're there and all of that. And they do that every night. At times I'm like, this thing is disturbing, but hey, it's better
It's even for their own safety.
secure, yeah. It's better that we are secure than everywhere is quiet and nothing.
Exactly. The other person might have been mugged.
So that's just it. So
I think
I'm-
it's not too
I'm
bad.
for it. It's
they
not,
have to
man.
be careful, but yeah, it's not a bad
a cool
idea.
one. It's a cool one.
Anyway, we are taking the news now, and President Muhammadu Buhari has urged members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities to assist the federal government in realizing the target of improved education by complying with the ongoing verification of human resources in the universities. During a meeting with the leadership of ASU at the State House, the president directed the Ministry of Education to put in more effort in ensuring that universities are properly funded with adequate infrastructure and staffing. In her remarks, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, said that out of over 137,000 academic and non-academic staff members of the universities, more than 96,000 have been enrolled in the Integrated Payment and Personnel Information System, IPPIS. She urged ASU to encourage the remaining over 40,000 members to comply with the process. Goodness and Mercy, the conjoined twins who were successfully separated last November at the National Hospital of Abuja, have returned home to a rousing welcome. Neighbors, friends, and well-wishers converged at the home of the Martins in Maraba, Nasarawa State with so much joy while receiving the twin girls. Parents of the twins could not hide their joy as they were short of words in describing the overwhelming support they had received since the girls were born in August 2018. Now, 8 West African countries have agreed to change the name of their currency to the Echo. With this, they have effectively severed the CFA franc's links to former colonial ruler France. The countries include Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Mali, Niger, Senegal, and Togo. All of these African countries are former French colonies with the exception of Guinea-Bissau. This move ends the struggle by ECOWAS to establish a regional currency to promote trade and development. The 7 other West African countries, after considering the conditions and implications of adopting the single currency, are now to decide on the next line of action. Already, Nigeria and Ghana have begun studying the situation on change of West African Economic and Monetary Union (UEMOA) currency, the ECHO, and would make a decision in the interest of their countries. Now over to Iran. Boeing has released a document of more than 100 pages of internal company communication that further casts the company's actions around the troubled 737 MAX in a bad light. The documents were sent Thursday to the House and Senate committees that have been probing Boeing's design of the plane. The company's release included an apology for the contents of the documents. Many of the documents revolve around the development and qualification of 737 MAX simulators in 2017 and 2018. The planes have been grounded since March 2019. The company's statement raises the possibility that documents could further delay its 10-month effort to get approval for the 737 MAX to fly once again. Well, that's the news for this hour. Stay tuned for the weather.
All right, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Uncle V.
Hello, guys.
And he's preparing breakfast this morning. Now, when I saw this spread, I was like, what exactly are you going to do with this? And then he said, it's just going to be a simple dish. So I'm going to let him tell us about this. And we talk about the ingredients. What is this called?
Yeah, so today we're making coconut mashed potatoes.
Coconut mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and fish, apparently.
Fish.
Yeah.
So fish is like
pan
side
seared,
dish.
yeah, pan-seared fish. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Let's talk about the ingredients.
So it's a simple dish. So what we have here is we have our butter, we have our salt, we have our seasoning, garlic, and then our black pepper, our potatoes, our fish, and coconut milk.
Okay, water, of course.
Yeah.
Okay,
water.
so what's the first thing we're doing?
The first thing we're going to do is we have our heater.
Okay.
So we put this, and
we're not using oil.
no.
Ah, this one, this is what certain people I know go fit farm. So we're actually not making use of oil,
No,
not
we're
even
not.
fish oil.
We're not.
Okay.
This is going to be like a really healthy meal.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, potato is advised to use when you're trying to lose weight.
Lose weight,
Yeah.
yes.
So what we're going to do, we're going to steam this.
Okay.
Let it boil, and then we're going to add a bit of salt now because you want it to have a bit of salty taste when it's ready.
Okay.
So when this boils, we're going to mash it.
Mash it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and have our butter and coconut milk inside.
Okay.
With our garlic.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
so
it. Then our
garlic,
fish,
coconut milk, and butter,
yeah.
when it's been mashed.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
then we serve it, and then the fish, we
The
are pan
fish,
searing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now, most people are usually scared about pan searing, especially of fish.
Yeah.
How are we going to be able to pull that off
Now,
and still let it cook?
Now, the secret of pan searing fish is the heat.
Okay.
You try to make the heat as low as possible.
Okay.
Not entirely low, but in a way that it doesn't burn.
Okay.
Then you pay serious attention to it because 1 minute your eyes is out.
That's the end of
that's
it.
the end,
So you,
yeah.
you have to keep flipping it.
Yeah, not flipping per se. You can flip like maybe 1-2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, but the whole idea is to get one side to cook and the other side to cook.
Aha.
Yeah,
Now, you know quite well that the skin of fish
Yeah.
is usually a challenge when you're frying.
Yeah.
And then you're not asking me to pan sear,
Okay.
which you might as well tell me to peel off the skin. Is it possible to still retain the
Yeah,
skin?
of course. The whole what you do is when the pan is heated
Yeah.
and you put your fish, use your spatula to press it down a bit, so it still stays intact. Then you flip and do the same thing to the other side.
Oh, so that will
Yeah.
actually help
That
it
will
to stay.
retain the skin.
And then,
Yeah.
of course, using non-stick pan.
Yeah,
That
obviously.
helps, of course. Okay, so we're going to let these potatoes boil.
Boil, yeah.
The next time we come back on, it will be with the potatoes mashed. Perhaps we'll be able to show then about the butter and the coconut milk as well. And then, of course, fry our fish. So breakfast is going to be ready in a very short while.
Wow,
And
yeah.
it's going to be pretty tasty, I'm sure, because Chef V is in the kitchen after all. If you check your screen right now, the ingredients are there for the coconut mashed potatoes and pan-seared seed mackerel. All this mouthful of names you guys like giving it. So we make use of salt, butter, seasoning, Irish potato, black pepper, mackerel, and coconut milk, as well as ginger powder. So those are the ingredients this morning. And we wait for the potatoes to cook really fast. Moving on. Yeah, I was thinking we'll do the fish on this side, but let's just make everything warm.
Yeah, I want to show them everything.
Yes.
So they can follow.
Yes.
Meanwhile, to get that fluffy feeling when you mash it, make sure you wash off the starch from the potatoes. Like wash it maybe 2-3 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you want all the starch to go out so it doesn't stick.
Okay.
Yeah, so it gets really fluffy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. There's always something new to learn. Washing potatoes over and over again to get rid of the starch. Some of us play the fast game. We just boil it for like 1 minute and pour the water away. But talking about pouring away, we have something really interesting we are not pouring away. Something fantastic to look forward to. I know for sure Yomi is on standby with Jamming. Hi.
Hi, Mary. Yeah, you know, we've got the best music on Wake Up Nigeria. Gunno on Neshwagbe, popularly known as Jammin'. This guy is a singer-songwriter and blends soul and reggae dancehall to create his unique style which is about spreading love and positivity. Now, he is currently signed to Fontana City Entertainment and is here to perform something special. Very nice, very nice. And you call this song Double Up, and that's what you're
Yes, yes, it's Double Up.
Double up, double up, double up. Yeah, so it's important, and it's the beginning of the year, and people just need to double up on their efforts. And
Sure, sure.
So it's good to have you join us on the show.
Thank you.
2020 is going to be a big year for you. Looking forward to
Thank you so
all the
much.
stuff that you have for us. Are you ready for us?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, you guys, double up right now, and this
Double
man
up.
is jamming.
Yes, I.
Feel free, never be insecure. The world crazy, I love video. Keep your head high, never down to the floor. No matter what them telling you. Give me the drugs, give me the best. I go mash up the dance, hall agility there right now.
It's been some days, of course, since we had any action in the English Premier League. Of course, that had to do with the New Year Day holiday and, of course, the day after. But then, hey, come on, we're back this weekend. The EPL is back. And, of course, Mien is also back in the house. It's great to have you, Mien.
Always good to be here.
You are welcome. You're
The
welcome.
glamorous league.
Yes. So, just before we get up to our preview of the weekend matches, the CAF Awards held, of course, just a few days back. And there was a dominance by the Premier League when it comes to the Team of the Year and, of course, the 3 final contenders for the CAF Awards. But then there was controversy with the Team of the Year. Wilfred Ndidi was not there. Arguably the best tackler, the first 2 best tackler in the EPL. And then, of course, you had Joel Matip, who decided not to represent his country, still in the CAF XI. Why should that happen?
These are some of the challenges football in Africa is facing. And one may want to add sentimentally that the crisis, involving Ahmad, Melvin Amaju-Pinnick and all that probably may have taken its toll, which brought about some form of sentiment. Because you realize that it's becoming, the crisis of Anglophone and Francophone. But that aside, it is also worrisome. That's why it is very difficult to sell, African football, and why African football may not really get, to that height. Matip refused to play for the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, and you want to ask yourself, a player wouldn't play at the Nations Cup. How come he made the CAF best 11? It is worrisome. You had a player who was the highest goal scorer at the AFCON tournament, or Dion Judy Harlow. During the qualification, he was the highest goal scorer with 7 goals. So in total, he had about 12 goals, and CAF ignored him.
And you go for a player who didn't
It's
even
totally
make the
unacceptable. But if we are crying blue mother, let's come back home, quickly before we go to the EPL. You want to ask yourself what happened, to Asisat Oshoala and her vote. It is embarrassing. It's a disgrace, from those who run football in this part of the world. If the Nigerian Football Federation did not vote at all, and someone is coming out to say, oh, he got the mail late or he didn't come on time, how come all those who voted from the media committee of the Nigerian Football Federation decided to vote for another African player instead of a player from Nigeria? So you begin to ask yourself, what has happened? Like they say, your worst enemies live with you. And that's just the situation with Asisat Oshoala. Why would you go and beg people to come and play for Nigeria? That's the situation. You would not encourage your own. You will not support your own, even when they need your votes to become the best so that you can even market them. They don't understand the destruction, the negative impact this has, on the player and also Nigerian football. It is a shame.
And African football
a disgrace. No doubt.
I agree with me and here in very strong words. With it was a sham. It was a sham, a big one. All right. So moving on from that, now let's get straight to a preview of games. Of course, let's start with Arsenal. Mikel Arteta seems like he has really set the ball rolling. Like he looks like he actually is a manager that the fans and the club can get behind and support.
Well, we can say that there's some form of togetherness, in the team. There's this bond, and the spirit at this point in time, it's better than what we used to see. The fight for one another. Interestingly, Arsenal don't concede goals, like they used to under Unai Emery. So gradually there is a change. They are not there at the moment. Yes, Crystal Palace are also a team, who are better away from home than playing at home. So at Selhurst Park, you expect Arsenal to indeed go all out fighting. Interestingly for Arsenal fans and the players, the captain of Crystal Palace wouldn't be there. You know, was red carded in the FA Cup, which means he's going to miss this match. But then Wilfred Zaha, the appointment man, is there. But then he has changed his agent also, trying to force a move away from Crystal Palace. Bayern Munich held talks, you know, with Palace, and this club said no, we don't want anything as far as loan is concerned. Will this affect, you know, Wilfred Zaha or not? It's another thing to watch out for. But let's expect, an interesting game. You know,
it was a good one.
Arsenal
Manchester United against Arsenal at the last round of the EPL. 2 goals, 2-0. Arsenal winning that match. Manchester United, they are in all sorts of problems now. I mean, they lost shamefully. I mean, it was 3-1, but that scoreline didn't actually tell you what went on. That match could have been 7-1. You know, the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg in Old Trafford against Manchester City, they were played out of the park. They were up against Arsenal. They're going to be, this time, against Norwich at home at Old Trafford. Old Trafford is no longer the fortress that we know it to be in Sir Alex Ferguson days. Do you think Manchester United can get all 3 points that day against Norwich City?
Well, Norwich is a team that can do and undo, and that's one thing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be wary of. And then if you want to take a look at them, the United team also depleted by injuries at this stage. You should also be mindful of the fact that some first-team players aren't at their best. Let's take a look at Lindegaard, for example. In almost a year, he has not scored. He has not given an assist, which is, you know, worrisome at this point in time. You need players who always be on top of their game. At that height, if you are putting on a United jersey, you should be at your best at any point in time. Pogba's injury and some form of distraction for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer also hasn't helped. And then
Harry Maguire, we just heard
Harry Maguire is also injured and played through pains and then aggravated his injury. So I'm not looking good at this point in time. Norwich would be a threat to United, but United know they must start winning if they indeed want to play in Europe next season.
All right, moving on from that, Chelsea will be up against Burnley FC. And Chelsea, Lampard also, there's this, at some point, it seems like they take 1 step forward and then they look like they take 2 steps backward. Same thing with Man U. I don't know, does Lampard have a hold, or do you think that he actually has things under control?
Well, I think Lampard is still in control, no doubt. But if you managing a team like Chelsea, you should be able to indeed select, you know, from a very large pool. Chelsea, they've got talented players, but the option of not signing players before Lampard came in affected the club. Now you've seen that the team is at that stage whereby the inexperience, especially at the backside, you know, is becoming more obvious at this stage. You play almost 50 games, you know, in a season, and you're expected to be at your best every now and then. Any mistake, you know, could indeed be of a loss, you know, for such a football club. And they've been losing some matches. Southampton and all that, you know, giving Chelsea a run for their money, which makes it, you know, very, very difficult for Lampard at this stage. Can they indeed bounce back against Burnley? I think they can.
But they have not been performing well at Stamford Bridge. They've lost matches there of recent that you would wonder, against Southampton, against Bournemouth. This is supposed to be Stamford Bridge.
It's at that stage whereby, you know, experience counts at this stage. Yes, Pulisic has dropped in form a bit. Not the Pulisic we used to know when he indeed came to Chelsea and Lampard, you know, started using him. And the defense is also a major worry at this point in time. It's the January transfer window. Can Lampard indeed spend the cash on the right players to indeed ensure that the team gets improvement?
But we know that January is not the best window for you to get the quality replacements that you want.
But it's also a moment to indeed put some stopgap, you know, momentarily, temporarily at this stage.
Definitely. The big one this weekend has to be Tottenham up against Liverpool. And it seems like Liverpool are flying away. They don't look like they're not sparing any punches. I mean, a second team up against Everton, they dismantled them. They went ahead at all of that. They're getting their players back this time around. Do you think Tottenham, I don't know, I can't remember when last they kept a clean sheet under Mourinho, but do you think they can, you know, put some sort of a cog in the wheel of progress of Liverpool?
I think the best result a Tottenham can get is a draw. going into that match. Musa Sissoko is out for at least 3 months. And
Harry Kane is out till
Kane is
April.
also out till April, which is a big blow, you know, for manager Jose Mourinho. Yes, Mourinho is that kind of coach who could indeed grind out the results in this kind of atmosphere. But when your best players are out, it is worrisome. Liverpool, some of the players are not playing at their best, but they are getting the results, just like Jurgen Klopp said. But then, one thing you must also watch out for, if the likes of Mane, you know, the recently crowned African Footballer of the Year, if Salah and Firmino are their best, they can blow any team in the world away.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mian. It's always great having you on the show. Your insightful analysis is always welcome. All right, so that's it on our IPL analysis for today. Mary shouldn't be in the studio now because she was distracting me. I don't know, but Chevy, how far are we going with what we're doing in the kitchen this morning?
Mike, is that a joke? Because it's an expensive joke. Don't let me get started on you. It's a Friday.
Mary,
the weekend is here. Well, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Uncle V is pretty busy in the kitchen. Today we are having coconut mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alongside pan-seared mackerel. Okay.
Yeah.
So far, what have we done?
We've succeeded in boiling our potatoes.
Okay. Those are Irish potatoes.
Yeah, Irish potatoes. Yeah. So just like I said earlier, it was properly washed to take off the starch. Okay. So right now we're heating our coconut milk. Okay. We're heating it up here. So we drained.
What's the purpose of heating the milk?
Because you don't want it to have a bit of sour taste. So it's like you're cooking the milk. Okay. Because we're done cooking. We're just pouring this inside here.
Okay.
So
I guess it's for us to mash.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll add our butter.
Now you know how eggs are usually added to get the whole thing together. If I want to add eggs, would it be like a bit too much, or it's a taboo for this meal?
Well, for me, I see cooking as a form of expression. Okay. So it's
experiment.
Yeah, experimenting is okay, but don't experiment the one that will give you stomach problem.
Over.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what we do now.
Okay.
This is where the magic comes in. So you use this, the mullet.
And then you start mashing.
Yeah, start. Okay. Mashing it.
What's the purpose of using the butter? Can't you just mash the potatoes as they are?
Butter has this this flavor it adds to the dish. Okay. So that's why we use it.
Okay. I would have thought we would just mash the potatoes, then add the butter and stir it in.
No, it's better this way because it's melting with the heat in the potatoes. So just mash this. Now, while you're doing this,
This is also good for children that are just learning to eat now.
You can
mashed potatoes.
Now you add this in little quantity while you...
Is little by little,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? We'll keep mashing. We'll take a quick break. We'll definitely be back so you can see the end result of this, all right? So stay with us. We'll take this quick break.
Okay, it's time for some fashion. Now, everyone is going back to work, and we ladies, for 2020, we have to plan our wardrobe. That's why we have someone amazing here. Vivian from Levista Woman. She's here to show us some amazing boss lady looks for 2020. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Levista.
I've already told them your name. Don't worry.
Okay.
They're also reading your name on the screen as we speak.
Okay.
So, Levista Woman, your clothing and styling are for the average woman, but you have a women's wear collection for working women.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see the first piece. Can our first model come along, please?
Yeah.
So what sort of fabrics do you work with?
I work with basically Italian crepes,
okay,
African prints, and other sort of fabrics. Yeah.
This look, I think, is amazing.
Thank you.
Tell us how you put this look together.
Okay, I'll start with saying that this is for a conservative woman who is a boss lady and still wants to be stylish.
Okay.
You get. So she's wearing it's a dress that can be worn as a dinner dress as well, and she's wearing a shirt and a blazer. So that gives her an upper edge, looking stylish and edgy while appearing to work. So this is definitely a showstopper for stepping into the work at the very first day at work.
Okay,
obviously.
I love the fact that you match this with a turban.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this look would also look great with long hair.
Of course.
I love the bag and the shoes. Please take a turn for us. Let's see the back of this. All right. So you made this from top to bottom, right?
Yes, I did.
And I find it very, very well done. You know, all the lines are straight and it's edgy as well.
Yeah.
I think you can go now. Thank you so much. We have another model stepping in very soon. So the fabric you used for that look, please come in. Please come in. The fabric you used for that look, is it cotton, wool? What did you use?
It's cotton. It's basically cotton.
Come along. All right. So we have two models here. And you mentioned your use of Ankara earlier, and you talked about cotton as well. Tell us about these two looks.
Okay, this is the boss lady, sassy, and oh, no, I don't want you to just look at me and take off your head. So you have to turn again and look at me again. So you're showing up at work with this outfit. It's made with cotton fabric, Italian crepe to be precise, and wearing a turtleneck. I didn't make this myself, but this was made by me, combined with a pattern crepe as well, just to make it give it a little bit of color in it, and still looking cool for work.
I love the bag attached to this as well, and the colors. So a lot of people avoid colors. Please take a turn. So a lot of people avoid colors when they're going to work. They like to dull it down, but this is very bright.
Yes, it's bright, and you're turning it down with black. So yeah, it makes it really amazing.
All right, so please take a turn as well. I have to note that this is a double-breasted jacket there, and you made this all from scratch.
Yes.
All right, so now I would love this with a longer skirt, I have to say. But you're saying be more daring for 2020, right?
Of course. So step in and steal the show. That's the aim.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so our next model coming in has a very edgy look, I have to say.
Yeah.
What made you pick this fabric and these colors?
Okay, what actually made me pick this fabric was, like you said earlier, people like to avoid colors, wearing shouty colors to work. So this is navy blue and a combination of white, perfect for work. And the most beautiful thing about this dress, in fact, this is my baby, is a very functional piece. Okay, imagine the Lagos traffic, and you want to be a baby girl in 2020. So you go to work on a normal day, and your friends call you up for a movie. Oh, then you'd be like, no, I can't go home to change my dress. But this is very simple. You just take out the skirt. Yeah, you take out the skirt.
So these are buttons here.
Yeah, these are buttons.
I'm not stripping you, don't worry. But I can see that there's something under here.
Yes.
So this was the plan. This wasn't a mistake.
A dress in the play suits.
So the fabric, what sort of fabric did you use?
This is also cotton as well.
Cotton?
Yeah.
All right. So the cold shoulder style, you know, is this something really appropriate for the workplace? Do you think it works?
Of course, the hands are covered. This is the modern day woman.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, take a turn, take a turn, take a turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
and
you.
if you want to go even more daring, you can just take off the last button.
Most importantly, for a movie, you're ready. Tell your friends you're ready. I came prepared.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Goodness me. All right. Thank you very much. The next model is coming in with Ankara. I'm a big fan.
Afrocentric. Yes.
I'm
like you see, I'm wearing
this
one.
jacket is very sweet. We're going to talk about that in a bit.
Okay.
But talk to me about this
This
piece.
is the Afrocentric boss babe. I mean, you don't have to wear suits all the time to look like a boss babe. Actually, the name for this is Boss Babes Chic, Afrocentric Boss Babes Chic. So you see how stylish she's looking.
Yeah.
It's also embellished with buttons, English buttons.
Okay, at the side here?
At the side, yes, the sides, and combined with another fabric, red plain fabric, so you could turn around. So you can see.
So the shape of the skirt is what I'm commenting on. So it looks like a normal straight skirt at the back.
Yes.
but from the front, I can see it has a what do you call this?
It's stylish. It's almost like I don't know.
That's
the
an
name to it.
isometric.
Yes,
Isometric cut.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So is this your design, or did you know?
And this is solely mine.
Okay.
With the button combination and all.
All right.
Yes.
I love the fact that you can also button this up and look very
Yes.
corporate.
Of course.
All
of course.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so there's still more, but
Yes.
now the Levista woman, right, is a very funky woman. Our model is coming in now. Please
Yeah.
come in. Now, I find her very colorful, but also very youthful. Do you have
Yes.
anything for the older woman?
Yes, I do. I do have, but not basically on this collection.
Okay.
Basically, we cater for everyday modern women,
Okay.
irrespective of their ages. Yes.
I love this look.
Yes.
Talk to me about this look.
This is, I am simple.
Okay.
I am simple. I am calm. I'm here to work.
Okay.
So focus on your job while I focus on mine. But I want to tell you, I'm a little bit stylish too.
Okay.
Yes. So that is this look. Yeah.
I love this addition to the sleeve. What do you
Yes.
call this? Do you
It's
have
a
a name
flare.
for it?
Yeah,
a flare?
it's a flare.
And a
yes.
long sleeve.
Yes,
It's not
and
a
a
short
long-
sleeve,
yeah,
so
a
it's
long
okay for
sleeve.
meetings.
Yes, okay for meetings, okay for church as well. So you could style it different, even okay for a wedding. Someone
right.
who is very conservative
All right.
and stylish can wear this for a wedding as well.
Our final model will be stepping in now, and I think this one is for, I could say this would be good for the older woman as well.
Yes.
So this is how we're wrapping it up. I love the lace,
Yes.
love the color, but who are the people that buy this from you the most?
The people that buy this from me the most are basically within the age of 26 to 38, 40 thereabout.
Wow.
But this, I think, you have to have a little bit of fashion sense because the clothes is an old modern day design. You
Okay.
understand? So it's kind of revamped
All right.
to look stylish both for work and for a team meeting. Yes, this is
And
beautiful.
with this final look, I have to say thank you so much to you, Vivian, for coming to show us all these looks. It's time to get rid of those old looks and bring in some new ones. Hopefully, we've given you some style inspiration. We have so much more coming up.
Okay, interesting designs in the garden just now. Really nice stuff. Okay, welcome back to the kitchen. Chef Uncle V has more or less finished mashing the potatoes.
Yeah.
So we're moving to the fish now, okay? Let's get started with the fish.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in how you're going to save the skin. Hashtag save the skin now.
So this is what we're doing.
Okay. This is mackerel, popularly known as Titus. In case you go to some places and you say, I want to buy mackerel, they're like, what are you talking about? So, let's see.
So
That's just about it.
Yeah, you just put it.
That's the Pan-Searing version. If
Yeah.
you don't want to use a lot of oil. And then, of course, there's also the air frying option. That's for when you have an air fryer.
Yeah.
So there are healthier ways to cook these days. So with this, you save the skin.
The skin, yeah.
Literally. All of us, you see, don't save the skin. We'll all witness it.
Just like I said, the heat should be really low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if you have your heat on like 9, take it down to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know quite well what we are using now is about 3, right?
3, yeah.
Yeah, so that's to keep it to really low. Not too low, but quite low.
Now, this is actually optional,
Okay.
but I like to get that bell pepper flavor. So I'll just...
In your fish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
drop it there.
Okay. So it will sip into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, while you're doing this, are you going to like turn it
Yeah.
to stand?
Yeah, I will, because I actually want it to
So
cook,
that's how it can cook as well. Okay.
cook right round.
Okay. So I know we have rest, rest stick, medium rare, and fully cooked. Are you sure this is not rare or medium rare fish? It has to be cooked though. It's going to cook, right?
Yeah, it has to cook.
Okay.
Because you don't want to have that nearly cooked fish flavor in your
Flavor
mouth.
in
Yeah.
it. Okay. Okay, so we move on. Mashed potatoes. Take a look at the mashed potatoes. You see this? You see what I said is also something you can cook for your babies, especially if the child is just learning to eat. This is another thing you can consider making. Very easy. We're talking about butter, we're talking about coconut milk, and we're also talking about Irish potatoes. And all three are quite healthy for your child. Take a look at the ingredients in case you missed anything. We're making coconut mashed potatoes and pan-seared mackerel. We're making use of salt, butter, seasoning. By seasoning, we mean seasoning, yes, and white, that's black pepper and garlic, as well as Irish potatoes, mackerel, coconut milk, and ginger powder. So those are today's ingredients to make your coconut mashed potatoes and pan-seared mackerel, aka Titus fish. So you don't go to the market and get lost. All right?
So right now, I'm going to
season. I was wondering, won't you season this fish for us? No seasoning has been added, by the way. That's black pepper, right?
Yeah, black pepper.
Okay. What else are you putting on?
Putting
a bit of seasoning. Okay.
Very little.
Okay. So no garlic.
No.
No garlic. Okay.
Garlic was used for
the mashed potatoes. Yes, that's what the garlic was used for. Okay. All right then. We'll keep up with pan searing, and we can't wait to have this dish served at the end of the show today for our guests, of course. We've come to the end of the second hour on the show. We have 45 minutes to go. And we need you to stay with us, especially to see what the food will look like at the end of the show. It's Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back on the other side of the hour.
Well, it's been a morning of music, movies, good food, lots of stuff, and we're still going.
It's a typical Wake Up Nigeria morning. And of course, on Fridays, happy hour comes early.
Very correct. Now we're looking forward to spending the next 45 minutes with you. My name is Yomi Owope.
And mine is Titilayo Oyinson. Now you need to go online, stream with us, check out all our videos, go to tvcentertainment.tv as soon as you can, or visit facebook.com/TVC Connect.
Yeah, you can send in your comments as well. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria across all our social media platforms. There's something I'm smelling in the kitchen.
Yeah. Smells good.
You people.
Wow.
Who doesn't like fish?
You people.
What's up?
How would you not
Wow.
like fish?
Mashed potatoes. Goodness me. Oof.
Looking really
Smells
yummy,
good.
huh?
Smells good.
Yeah.
Is that stir frying or pan searing?
Pan searing.
What's the difference?
Stir fry is stir fry. Pan sear is pan sear. That's the difference.
I'm not asking you, Mary. I'm asking the chef.
You did not specify. You have said, Chef V, what's the difference? Okay, Chef V, tell him the difference.
Okay, pan searing is like when you have very little oil.
Right.
Yeah. And then you try to walk up the frying. Stir fry is when you have like your veggies.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You see?
Yeah, so that's the difference between pan searing and stir frying. You should thank me very much.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's move forward for the rest of the show.
Yes, indeed. Now, if you haven't yet, you should download our app for both Android and iOS stores. And as we always tell you, you can watch us from anywhere in the world once you have it. We still have
Adaba with our second musical performance for this morning. She's coming up shortly.
10 days, I don't wait for you, my charge. For you, my charge. Adaba on the streets. You want the phone? No case.
Yes, she's preparing. She's preparing. She's getting set. Yes, getting set. She's ready to perform. Then later on the show, we have singer and multi-instrumentalist Mo Easy. Going to be performing and, of course, joining us for a chat and our games. Yeah.
So things are looking good.
Yeah, they are. I wanted to run through
Wait,
some of
wait,
the interesting
wait.
things
I have
happening
to do
today.
it now. I have to do it. It's Friday. And
You've
that
done it
means-
like what? Twice?
It's game day! Okay, you can go now.
Okay, so basically today is Peculiar People's Day.
Peculiar people.
Yeah, peculiar.
That's a kind word. A kind word for freaks, right?
No, for weird people.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are all weird.
I think everyone is peculiar. in
Yeah,
their
I
own
think
way.
everyone.
When you tell us this day, just tell the people that said this day. So Peculiar People's Day by there's some people. You just tell us. Let us know the
Actually,
people.
it's story attached to it. Most of these days actually have stories attached to it, but because of the time we have,
But because
we
you
won't
know,
be able to.
in some places you hear some people have like I know praise and some other artists they have their days in Atlanta in some countries. So who made the day? Let's just know. So but hey, come on. Peculiar
Yes,
People's Day, come on.
today is also a bittersweet chocolate day. Anything chocolate works good for me. So.
Oh, bittersweet chocolate.
Some
Bittersweet.
real chocolate
dark
is
chocolate.
bitter, right?
Yes,
That one,
it's
right?
actually bittersweet.
No
It's
cocoa
pure
as
chocolate.
it is.
Yes, it is.
It's not sweet as it is.
Yeah, it's
So
the sweetened type.
there are also
but-
some health properties to dark chocolate that they're like as long as there's no milk and sugar in it.
And it's also
It's
an
healthy.
aphrodisiac. Okay, so today is also house
Maybe you sell
plant.
dark chocolate.
What's wrong with you?
Because I know you sell anything. Right?
Today is also Houseplant Appreciation Day.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, there's a day to appreciate the plants in your house. And finally, now this one is one that affects us right now, especially with this it's happening, it's not happening news going on. Today is Cut Your Energy Costs Day.
Oh yeah.
So you're supposed to turn off your refrigerator, you know, switch off lights, don't leave them on. Remember to turn off the AC or like your meals.
Yeah. Well, in this part of the world, they'll help you cut your energy even by themselves.
I feel like the government does that deliberately. Like, these people should not
Are
go and
using too
ruin
much light.
appliances in their
Don't
house.
just sleep
Let's
and just
let
leave
them
TV
put
on
it
like that.
Yeah.
You're leaving TV on and just sleep. When you are paying for the bill.
It's really interesting.
It's time for us to take the news now. And President Muhammadu Buhari has urged members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities to assist the federal government in realizing the target of improved education by complying with the ongoing verification of human resources in the universities. Now, during a meeting with the leadership of ASU at the State House, the president directed the Ministry of Education to put in more effort in ensuring that universities are properly funded with adequate infrastructure and staffing. In her remarks, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, said out of over 137,000 academic and non-academic staff members of the universities, more than 96,000 have been enrolled in the Integrated Payment and Personnel Information System, IPPIS. She urged ASU to encourage the remaining 40,900 members to comply with the process. Goodness and Mercy, the conjoined twins who were successfully separated last November at the National Hospital of Abuja, have returned home to a rousing welcome. Neighbors, friends, and well-wishers converged at the home of the Martins in Maraba, Nasarawa State with so much joy while receiving the twin girls. Parents of the twins could not hide their joy as they were short of words in describing the overwhelming support they had received since the girls were born in August 2018. Now, 8 West African countries have agreed to change the name of their common currency to the ECHO. With this, they have effectively severed the CFA franc's links to former colonial ruler France. The countries include Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Mali, Niger, Senegal, and Togo. All of these African countries are former French colonies with the exception of Guinea-Bissau. This move ends the struggle by ECOWAS to establish a regional currency to promote trade and development. The 7 other West African countries, after considering the conditions and implications of adopting the single currency, are now to decide on the next line of action. Already, Nigeria and Ghana have been studying the situation on the change of West African Economic and Monetary Union currency. ECHO and would make a decision in the interest of their countries. Western leaders say evidence suggests an Iranian missile brought down a Ukrainian passenger plane that crashed in Tehran. The leaders of Canada and the UK called for a full and thorough investigation into the crash, which killed all 176 people on board. Iran has ruled out a missile strike, but the crash occurred just hours after Iran carried out missile strikes on 2 air bases housing U.S. forces in Iraq. The U.S. says the plane may have been mistaken for a warplane as Iran prepared for retaliation. Well, that's it for the news on Wake Up Nigeria for today.
We have in the garden the amazing Adaba, and she's brought her guitar with her. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us your real name.
My real name is Adiola.
Adiola.
Yeah.
Adaba has this oomph to it. I love it. I love it. I
Thank you.
love your style. I love your look.
Thank you.
You're set to give us a show today.
Yeah.
So, but tell us when you started playing the guitar.
I started playing the guitar about 6 years ago.
Okay. Who introduced you to the guitar?
My music teacher in secondary school did.
All right. So you can see how young she is, and she's so skilled. She's so skilled. I can't wait for you to, start your performance.
Yeah.
But tell us where you'd like to take your music to.
All over the world.
All over the world?
From public.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you on stages all around the world. Let me let you perform. Adaba.
Okay, welcome again. I'm sure it's time for us to learn something interesting. So you have your mashed potatoes here, right?
Yeah.
How do you even plate it? That's what Chef V is going to show us how to do right now.
Where's my fork and knife?
Why are you passing it to me? Empty, okay, empty plate.
Is that how you do for the guests?
Which guest? Guest, go.
You do it and then you pass fork and knife and take one. Mary.
Don't marry me. Food hasn't been served.
Before I go, Mary, has that fish passed regulatory standards?
Yes, it has.
Are you sure?
Yes, we use the thermometer to check the temperature.
No, the best way to check
According
the
to
fish
food
is
standards.
to taste.
No,
to
don't
be
worry.
sure
The
that.
thermometer did a very good job.
Are you sure?
Yes, the heat is right.
It's only I know they use thermometer and test fish. It's only
Okay,
that
so
I know.
let's get started.
It's only
Okay, so
that I know
food is all about appearance,
Yeah.
right? And one thing you should know about food is people actually eat with their eyes first before they eat with their mouth. So that's why it's very, very advisable for whoever is cooking to actually make the food look nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
Now, for the benefit of those still looking suspiciously at this meal, let's put it in a way that they would really want to dig in without thinking it's another way of pounded yam. Let's go ahead.
So let's do this. Let's get this off here.
Okay. Let's just go on. Okay.
So
you make use of your fork to get this done. Okay. Aha, okay. That's a good way to look at it. Okay.
So depending on
how well the
how-
person consumes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll create
A circular look. Okay.
just give it a bit of shape.
This makes me feel like we were trying to fix cake. Or you know, you are trying to design cake.
We said we'll see this thing last.
Yeah,
Why are we not putting ourselves going through all this?
and don't worry, as he said, it has to do with the appearance.
This
Mike.
process is too long. Forget appearance. I've already seen the food. The food doesn't need to appear differently. Please, hurry up.
So
I'm waiting.
And pick a fish.
Okay. Oh.
Let's drop that here.
Oh boy.
That's fish tail.
That's fish tail, eh?
And,
Fish tail, eh?
It's fish tail.
Tail of fish.
Tail of fish.
Tail that they cut
So-
from fish.
Yes.
We've got a bit of spring onion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you used to eat this thing?
The same way you eat anything mashed.
Pass it now, let me...
No, don't worry. We don't need it to confirm, yes.
Pass it now.
Lie.
I don't like what this one are doing in this place.
Okay. So sometimes you put extra bit of pepper on it.
Pepper,
right?
yeah, if you.
Okay.
if
Okay.
you
So
want.
let's try again, especially for Mike's benefit. So let me hold this one close.
No, it's okay.
This one is supposed to be for our
Everything's
guests.
going on fine. The way they fry this fish, say, man.
I wonder how Mike is going to do if the placing was going to last for like an extra, 10 minutes.
Don't mind it.
See, the way this fish
I can
is,
hear his tummy rumbling.
the way this fish is, let me analyze this fish. I don't want that. I just want to analyze it.
Are you an analytical engineer? Leave it.
No, it's fish now.
Don't worry. I can analyze it. It looks. Oh yeah, analyze.
When you fry fish like this, this is not sucumbia like the type MM used to buy in Grono market. It's not. This one, see the way they fried something. See how brown. See the brown. It's crispy and soft at the same time. So yeah, and then it has imbibed. You know when they say fish has imbibed the ingredients. So this fish has inculcated the ingredients and all that. If you taste this fish like this as it is now,
It's pepper, black pepper.
Is it
It's
jazz?
not jazz. I just knew that's where his mind was going.
Do you see the thing like this?
It's black. It's just plain black.
This is fish you are eating like this as it is.
You know, some people like black pepper in their food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so
I will sprinkle some spring
Some,
onions
yeah,
for
on
you.
it as well.
You know, all the pizzas. Let me put small pepper to color it up for you. How am I doing this for myself? Who sent me a message? And then this. And there you go. So, tell us, Mike, the first thing you eat is the mashed potato, not the fish. Yes, you first check the mashed potato, tell us what you make of it, and then you eat the fish. The only person I know that uses fork and knife on the right, knife and spoon on the left. We'll get there.
So you want me to eat this one? I'll start telling you. As after 55, I'll start telling you what the food looks like.
Yes, now that's what a guest does. Maybe you're forming guest. Oh yeah, Ngwanu, go on.
You are not used to eating in front of the camera as it stands now like this.
Mike, you.
But just for the sake of for the sake of this thing, this is hard for me. I don't normally, but for the sake of the show must go on. You know how
Mike,
they say.
you eat this thing.
The show must go
Tell
on.
us, leave the fish. I said eat the potato first. You might be the guest, but I'll control what you're
Is
eating.
this how you do moshori, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, eat the potato. Tell us what you make of it first.
The potato first, Okay.
What does it taste like? What does it take? You follow this thing. You don't have to chew it now. This guy is
Some taste, it's hard to describe.
You are just heading for the fish. First, tell us what you make of the mashed potato.
It's potato now.
You will tell us. You will tell us how it tastes in your mouth.
You know how potato used to taste.
Mike, how did this thing taste in your
It
mouth?
used to melt.
It melts. Now you're talking. Yeah, that's where we've been going all day. Okay. So that fish is pan-seared.
Pan-seared, eh?
Yes, pan-seared.
I beg, please define what pan-seared means.
When you finish eating, I'll tell you. It's half cooked. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, come. I'm just kidding.
You just come Nigeria. They've been trying to set me up since. I'm not going to be part of
not
this
really
setup
joking.
again.
It's properly cooked. So it's pan-seared.
But I
like
draw
light
Chef B
oil.
now. I draw Chef B.
But you know you are a very weird person.
this
If
fish,
they tell someone something is half cooked, what do? You spit it out. But Mike still chewed it like.
Also, they say half cooked food is normally very healthy.
Really now?
It's very healthy. So this one is
This
one is quite healthy and all that. This fish.
I don't know what to say to you again today. Okay, so as
All
it
of
is,
behind this thing, they used to look at me. This thing, there are plenty here now looking at me. This is very nice. Chef used to cook very packaged food. No, his food is very, very sharp, very, very nice. So
now the benefit of this pepper
This would
is
make
in case some people when you have butter in food, it's
But there's butter inside this potato.
yes,
No wonder.
butter, coconut milk, and
Just
potato.
put simple potato, butter, coconut milk.
Garlic.
Is it cake you're baking? Garlic too. So, vampire
This is
don't
the
say
way
this
we
food.
plated it like a cake.
And it's still wise like this after all these things that you
after all
put.
these things, yes.
Okay, butter is quite it's pale, and then
Coconut
garlic,
milk.
coconut milk. Okay, so we all over. Only said potato. Wow, no wonder it was hard to because I think it's potato, but this was just this like potato that I went to Harvard.
It's not it's potato.
Potato.
Say potato.
Potato.
Not potato.
Potato, anything.
Potato.
Sure, the thing is this potato that's gone to Harvard. So, but we sometimes we like some potato that went to Uniben or something. But this one went to Harvard, so let's just manage the.
You know,
but this is
when the show is over, you can just take this and fry it.
And fry it more.
Yes.
But this is good. This is healthy.
Oh, because you said you wanted it to go to Uniben, and I know what you guys just do. You just slice the thing and
Fry.
put it in oil, so you can help yourself after the show.
And this one doesn't make sense. So it's wonderful. Chef V is the man. But
Thank
you know
you
because
very
we're
much.
fasting, so.
Did you notice that he's not touching the fish again?
Because we're fasting.
Wait, you're what?
We're fasting now.
You're.
It's
You're
21
what?
days now. It's just starting
It is
now.
true.
Well,
We've seen. You are fasting.
So 2020 can be a great year.
Yes. In Mike's village,
Well,
you
fasting.
fast, you eat, you fast.
You fast,
It
yeah.
depends on what you're fasting. You say I'm fasting. You have to ask what I'm fasting from.
Why are you fasting?
Like I'm
Okay.
fasting from mineral or soda or water. You know, like maybe fish. I'm not fasting from
Another
fish.
angle.
It depends. So you have to be asked.
But he's
what are you
actually
fasting
right.
from?
But you know,
So
have
what
you,
are you fasting
did you
from?
observe
What am I
that
fasting from?
Mike stopped eating that fish?
What am I fasting from? There are many
He's
things
been
I'm
scared.
fasting from.
He does not believe me that it's cooked.
I'm fasting from. No, God,
Okay. While Mike continues taking over the guest spots for this morning, we'll take this break, and of course, Wake Up Nigeria continues shortly. Stay with us.
And something that everyone looks forward to on Fridays is our game day.
Yeah.
Now, for one of our first games of the year, we decided to go all intellectual. Yeah. We want to see how good our presenters are at spelling. Now, I'm terrible at spelling, and my producer even called out some errors I made yesterday when setting up the game. I'm that bad. But hey, we're not testing me today. We're testing Mike. We're testing Yomi. And we're testing Mary. I know you guys are going to get me back for this one day, but it's fine.
I
We'll
like
survive.
this book.
Mike, put it down. There might be some words there.
No, there are no words in the
we
book.
are all together.
No words
this
in the
one.
book. So I have some words that actually have, I have the list of words with me here.
Okay.
But the
I'm
thing
sure
is,
we will.
hold on, Joe. So the issue is, how quickly can you spell these words? They are some of the most commonly wrongly spelt words in the dictionary. So the first word is propagandize.
Is that how you do it?
P-R-O-G. Propaganda. P-R-O-P-A-G-A-N-D-A. Propaganda.
Propagandize.
That
Is that how you do it? Just anybody just start spelling like that? Is that how you do it?
A-I-S.
Somebody should jump in now.
I-Z-E.
P-O.
She hasn't got it right. She hasn't got it right. So who wants to try again?
P-R-O-P-A-G-A-N-D-A-I-S.
Wrong. Who's going to take it? Propagandize.
P-R-O-P-A-G-A-N-D-I-Z-E.
Beautiful.
Hey, but how do you pick so that it doesn't get rowdy? It should be.
Okay.
It should be
So
one
that
after the
was
other.
okay. So that
because
was
I'll spell every
question-
word correctly.
That was question. Okay, that was number 2, right?
Okay, yeah,
So
so
let's
exactly.
pick. Let's now. You can now pick a number. That's the correct spelling right there.
I-Z-E.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
pick any number between 3 and 8.
So it will not be anybody picking now.
Yes. Pick a number
after the other.
between 3 and 8.
And let's start with Mike
Yomi,
now. Since
you
he's
go
the
ahead.
Okay, let me-
superstar, let him start.
Should I pick again?
Yes, pick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Again?
Yeah. The
7,
pick is we are just starting.
7.
7 is mine.
So hopefully we have
7
question
is my
7
favorite
ready.
number.
So number 7 is zirconium. Spell zirconium.
Is your favorite number?
Z-I-R-C-O-N-I-U-M.
Boom, he got it right.
God,
Zirconium.
No, I don't.
All right. 2 points for Mike. So
I'm good like
Yomi, please pick any
It's
number.
a commonly used words.
Oh wow. Okay, so I think
I'm good like that.
Just toss zirconium early in the morning.
All right, you're
So
stalling.
when we coordinate this record,
Pick a number.
Pick a number
Yeah.
between
Yeah, pick a
3
number.
and 6.
6.
All right.
There's one also.
Luscious.
Oh, simple.
Luscious.
I got that.
Luscious.
Lucious.
L-U. Can I try?
You didn't get it right.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
You
else
didn't get
can
it
try.
right.
Can I try?
Should I try?
L-U-S-C-I-O-U-S.
Beautiful.
All right.
2
okay.
points for
Let's
Mary.
see.
Which two?
It's 2
All right,
points
okay,
now.
1 point for
Two
Mary.
how?
No,
Okay.
we scrapped the first one.
Scrap
now.
what?
We scrapped.
Where was the first one? Which
we
one
scrapped-
did you
see,
spell?
I was thinking in
Wait,
French.
which one did
That's
you
what
spell?
happened to me.
All right.
It's not
Madam.
me
You know what?
say
So
dice.
we've
I was
already
thinking
done
eyes.
number 2. We've
Yeah.
done 6 and we've done 7. 8 is still available.
Hey, we've done 3
Then
words.
number 11 to 15 is also available.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
Mary
it's my
pick.
turn to pick.
Yeah, pick.
Go ahead.
4.
Number 4. Quandary.
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 Q-U-A-N-D-R-Y.
Wrong.
Quandary.
Correct. Oh, yummy. Yummy's got it right.
Let's go
All
now.
right.
So in America, it would be quandary.
Yeah,
With-
quandary.
with a D,
yeah,
yeah.
quandary.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's do this.
All
6.
right.
6.
Number 6. 6 has been taken.
6 has been taken.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 has been taken.
8.
8 hasn't been taken.
Okay, you want me to
then-
take 8?
Then
Bring 8. Bring anyone. Bring anyone. Bring 8.
phlegm.
That's very easy now.
Which one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
P-H-E, P-H-E, P-H-L-E-G-M. P-H-L-E-G-M.
Yeah.
P-H-L-E-G-M.
Beautiful. He's got
Yeah,
it.
he
He
got
got
it.
it. 3
Yeah.
points for Mike.
Don't even come. Don't even come. Don't come close to me.
Phlegm.
Don't come close to me.
All right.
So far, now F key you there.
All right. So from number 10 is still available. 11 to 15 is still available.
10.
10. Mary, has Mary gone?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
She is
10.
good.
Number 10 is abhorrence.
Abhorrent or abhorrence.
Abhorrence.
Abhorrent.
Abhorrence.
Abhorrent.
Abhorrent or abhorrence.
Abhorrence.
Okay, abhorrence.
She's making it very easy.
A-B-H-O-R-E-N-C-E.
Almost.
Wait, hang on.
Wait.
Small word.
Abhorrence.
Yes.
Abhorrence.
Okay, yes.
A-B-H-O-R.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You see, is all open.
Okay, come on. Keep going.
Wait,
keep
okay.
going.
Abhorrence. Okay.
Yeah.
A-B-H-O-R-R-E-N-C-E.
Beautiful. He
did
got
good.
it.
You
He
did
got
good.
it
You
correctly.
see that one outside? That's
Okay. See.
I was telling you
11.
something there.
All right, 11.
Oh, did I get it? Oh,
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
Nice.
That's it.
So, but
right
when they're
there.
spelling B, they don't need to do second chance.
It's
Next
not that I'm
once.
getting
I know,
what
I
every
know.
other person's
I
being
know,
asked. But when
I
it
know.
comes to me, I'm
So
just
Mary's speaking. Mary's speaking.
All right. So you picked
11.
clavicle.
Clavicle.
Ah,
Please, can we go to the kitchen?
that is easy now. Actually, for me.
C-L-A-V-I-C-A-L. C-L-A-V-I-C-A-l. Is it clavicle or clavicle?
No, clavicle.
It's C-L-A-V-I-C-L-E.
Ah, yes.
C-L-E.
But I wanted to give you the point, but I can't now. 'cause
C-L-E.
you spelled
That's
it.
4, man. For me, that's
you
4.
said
So 4 for
clavicle.
Mike is leading so far, but your miss.
That's clavicle, not clavicle. You said cow.
Clavicle.
No, you said cow. That was why I kept asking you to repeat.
Okay, so I
Benny-
wish we could do an instant replay.
4 for
You
me.
said
4
cow.
for
Okay,
me. I don't
so
use face
all right,
spelling.
so
That's why I asked you again.
I
You
don't use
said cow.
to say. Yeah.
clavicle. That's
VR.
it, right?
If you had said clavicle,
Benny, I don't use to face spelling.
All right.
I mean, I don't use to face
So,
spelling.
all right.
Let-
So,
let's
can we
just
take
go
one
to the
more?
kitchen.
I want to see if Yomi can.
It's me to pick now. Yeah, it's me to pick.
Let's just
Give
look at
me
the
give me
kitchen.
one, number 1.
Which one? We are supposed to go to the kitchen. Our
We have
guest
to
is
go to the
waiting for us.
kitchen.
Number 1.
Yeah, we have to go to the kitchen, guys.
Oh, yeah,
But
let's go
Mike
to-
has already won, though.
Yeah, congratulations,
to
Mike.
Mike. Mike is a master speller.
Apparently.
So we have a special
Yes.
guest in the kitchen, guys.
Hey,
How's it
Mo
going?
Easy. How's it going?
Mo Easy. This
welcome.
guy is Moses Agbola, also known as Mo Easy. He's
Yes,
a hip hop
so.
artist from way back. You guys, I mean, he's been, in this generation, the last generation, but He's a solid guy.
I'm not allowed to.
Wow, welcome.
He's a solid guy. You were based in the UK. Yes. Came back to Nigeria. Started doing some, really good stuff. And well done, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You've been a great influence on a lot of our young artists as well.
So you have a new track out?
Yeah, More Love. We have a new track titled More Love. So that's the current stuff.
Yeah, that's the one with the video, right?
More Love, yes.
Fantastic video, man. Amazing.
I shot it in London. Reading, to be precise. Reading in London, yeah.
Very nice, scenic, greenery, everything.
Yeah, thank you.
So, more love from who to who?
Well, more love from me to the world.
Very nice, very nice.
We're trying
and very
to promote
coded, very
more
nice and coded as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's dish has been prepared by Chef V. It's mashed potato. That's coconut mashed potato with fancied
I get
fish.
to taste it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Coconut mash. Wow.
Coconut mash.
That's the edge.
Oh right. Okay, so it's not just mashed potato. You put some coconut in there. Very nice.
I
Very
never
nice.
thought of that. Why didn't I think of that one?
This is amazing, yo.
Yeah.
You like?
This is amazing.
Tastes good?
Not the kind you find in London. This is Niger style. Chef V. That's the guy.
You want some black pepper on it?
I'm glad you like it because
Yeah.
Chef V always has just something hidden inside. I don't know. There's always some hidden tasty something inside.
Normal mashes that I've tasted have butter in it. Just put butter in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Butter and coconut.
Yeah, I think we should get a feel of. I think we should get a feel of More Love. Shouldn't we get a feel of that song?
A quick
I don't know
freestyle.
if. What's that?
Give us a quick freestyle, then we'll play the song.
Freestyle.
Yes, sir.
Freestyle.
I got more love for you. Crazy for you. Yeah. You can check out.
I don't know if our producers have the song. Let's play it.
Yeah, we have the video.
Oh, we got the video. Very nice. Very nice video. You guys should check it out. Follow More Easy also on. Okay, there's the video.
Yeah.
I get more love for you. Plenty for you. Yeah. I get more love for you. Plenty for you. I get more love. Ooh. I used to think I seen it all. I used to think no kind of love could ever break me off. I used to think I had it all, cause even when I'm bored, couple getting hit like the single fall. Yeah.
Guys, you flow.
Nice one. You guys go check out that video. It's on YouTube. You can download it and follow Mo Easy on social media as well.
Social media, I am Mo Easy on every platform.
Yeah.
Right there.
Just let us know what's happening for 2020. We'll follow up and chase up.
Definitely. 2020 EP coming hopefully by March.
Okay.
April, we have EP coming. More singles, another single by the end of this month. More singles, collaborations, Runtown, a few other people. So it should be a really, really
nice.
big.
Can I join your crew? Just follow you around a little bit. Yeah. Just take this jacket off. Put on the
Are we
denim.
still doing this video vixen thing? 2020?
Video vixen, Abby.
Let's do it.
With how many children between you?
Let's do one video.
Titi has already.
She's here. She's there.
Okay. Now, it's always great having a guest like Mo Easy in the house, but there's been an amazing show today. If you missed it, why not just check it out on YouTube later on in the day? It'll be right there for you.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We know you had to drag you out of bed. And well done, Chef V. Good one.
It's Friday. Hey, tomorrow is the weekend. Yeah, meaning that we don't have to wake up at 4 a.m.
We have to start rounding off the show.
But we'll
now.
be back on Monday.
Yeah, we
Just
will
for
be.
you.
We will be. Big thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
Yes, indeed. And to everyone who's been part of the show, we appreciate you. We'll be back on Monday.
Your view is next after this.